Hey yo, what is up Knights? Aegis Rick here, apologizing for the fact that I missed the last update video. Very busy, but I'm back with a vengeance, introducing to you Act 7 NEW Part 3. New Trial. With it came a few brand new features I'll be briefly going over, as well as some reworks and events as per usual. If however you find this video is not descriptive enough, of course like always check out the official event pages at your leisure in the description below. But anyway guys, without further ado, let's go. There's a lot to discuss in this update, and I think the first thing I want to touch on is all of the great new epic reworks. We can't possibly go over all of them, but if you have epics that are level 80 or higher, almost unanimously across the board they've been made at least slightly more potent. This goes for the sets and individual pieces as well. Weapons, armors, accessories, everything. So if you have an epic that you didn't think was that good, make sure to relook them and their set effects so that you can reevaluate your gear. This was a huge change of which I have not much else to add on, though I will note some people who are up to date with the Korean version know that Hell mode itself will get changed eventually, but that change did not come in this update yet, so stay tuned for that later. What did get adjusted massively is something I know a lot of us have been expecting, and that is the Otherverse. As a brief overview of the changes, let's just say OB was streamlined completely. You'll notice here there is only one dungeon to choose from with accompanying difficulty. Choosing this will throw you into a random Otherverse dungeon, therefore there is no longer a separation between OB2 and 3. One dungeon, Void Rift, is completely removed from the pool of random dungeons, making only 5 in total. The dungeon you get shouldn't really matter, because the drops no longer depend on specific mobs like before. Instead, every boss and mini-boss for your first 5 OV runs a day will drop subclass specific gear, which is massive. They will almost always also drop interdimensional fragments as well as auras, making buying pieces directly much more bearable. The mobs and bosses have also been majorly simplified and universally have no real defining gimmicks to them anymore. You won't need a guide to run it successfully, just do it a few times and you'll understand. For a long time, Otherverse has been a very arduous grind for gear that rarely is considered in-game, and it seems Neopol has toned down that difficulty tremendously. These changes could be perceived as a boon or a critique depending on your bias, but overall I think it has been a welcome change for the majority of players. To coincide with these changes, let's talk about a few related events to Otherverse and Ancient Dungeons. The Energy Hunter event is a very simple collection event. The mobs in both the Otherverse and the Ancient Dungeons will drop appropriate energy for their particular region. Using those energy, you can trade them into the box NPC here next to Strettlefits for various prizes. There is an account limit on them all, but they are all very useful regardless. There is also a secondary benefit that this event brings with it. In the Otherverse, all characters will be given 80 exorcism for free as a buff. This basically means that you can wear any gear that you want and not suffer from an exorcism penalty. In the Ancient Dungeons, you will have to do less runs to encounter the Ancient Gate, which of course if you're farming for it is also saving in both time and resources. Continuing on with the events, Honey Time is back, baby, with the Honey Time plan. The daily prizes have Ancient and Otherverse passes, as well as Adventurers points used for the Daughter event that we'll discuss shortly. The cumulative prize includes Otherverse energy extinguishers and purifiers, a Master Kaleido box, as well as this reusable potion which generates a 10% EXP pill once every day, which is why I wanted to tell you about this stuff as early as possible so that you can abuse it as much as you can before it expires. Now I'm gonna go on a tangent here, but let's go into the cash shop, because just like that potion, there are items found here in the limited tab that does the same thing. The Black Lost Treasure bought for 1,000,000 gold gives you lost treasure prizes without expending keys for them, so get it ASAP and abuse it as much as you can. The other items here in the limited tab correspond with the Black Friday sales for Thanksgiving. Basically expect 50% up to 90% price reductions on these items, which is a big deal, but only purchasable the one time. Black Friday sales don't end there though. If you ever missed any of the old avatar package sales from before and were dying to get an extra chance, those are found all here in this special tab, which is amazing and I'm sure is gonna cost me a pretty penny personally. In addition, the regular avatar shop now has new Thief, Male Fighter, and Male Mage avatars for sale. Again, going on the theme that they've been following for a while now, that they're slowly unveiling new stuff separated by class. New to the Lost Treasure for December also includes 2 items items of which we've never seen before. The silver prize is a selectable pet box for the petite pets, which is a great opportunity for anyone that didn't get them for their class's second awakening. The gold prize, however, is a never before seen plus 11 amplification grimoire, which quite honestly could potentially be the biggest gold saver that DFOG has ever seen if you had intended to do this kind of shit manually. Okay, we're going kind of out of order and all that, but now let's talk about the biggest event that we've gotten in a while. The Adventurer Maker. You enter it by going into the Home Sweet Home to embark on DFO's hardest challenge yet, raising a child. Now, of course, I'm just over-exaggerating, but I applaud Neopol for making such a creative event for something that otherwise could have been done much simpler. You are tasked with raising this daughter of yours by gathering both Bing Bong coins and adventure points. You'll use them to either play with your daughter by doing leisure activities or by sending her off to work. Eventually, at level 20, she'll grow up to an adult, where based on your actions, you will have a particular ending. It's pretty convoluted, but there's a ton of substance and dialogue here to explore if you're interested. The main prizes come from the Bing Bong NPC, which expend coins that you get from this event and or optimal level dungeons to get prizes. This card, for instance, can be used to temporarily give yourself a new First Awakening cut-in picture with your child, which I think is pretty sweet and an exclusive consumable. The very last thing included in this update was a change to the guild hideout. I don't have to explain, just look at it. What the hell is all this? Basically, it's a big convoluted hideout defense system. If you've ever played an RTS or tower defense game, this screen may look familiar. Also, check this out. Woo! I love this zoom out feature, man. You build defense and structures to protect your tree from invaders. Take this battle zone portal here to see how it will all work. You just go in and try to break down the tree. Obviously, offense is infinitely easier than plotting a good defense. Participating in the hideout war will grant you rewards that you use at the merchant NPC here. He has a lot of useful stuff that can only be obtained by participating in these invasions. So I implore that you check them out. It's a little too complicated for me to try and explain everything, but that's probably why it's featured right here on the official update page. Go check it out yourself. To kind of go along with the guild hideout update, we've got the guild party event, which doubles the guild certificate drop rate on the weekdays for all people in a guild doing guild dungeons. Which, if you know me, you know I love talking about getting legendary insignias. No excuses now, boys. But anyway guys, thanks for watching. Make sure that you check everything out yourself and especially remember to pay attention to your daughter. Otherwise, sharks. And I will catch you knights later.